Today is the day, friends, of Marvel Contest of Champions, because it is spring cleaning and other stuff that's happening. So yes, indeed, hello and welcome to the show. So we start off the Friday MCN with a little bit more on Light Essence. So I think it was like late Tuesday night when I'd recorded the MCN that we then had a bit of an update on Light Essence. So we talked about, I think it was either like Monday or the Wednesday show or something. We had the issue with Light Essence and we kind of like did a bit of coverage on it. And since then, Kabam Crash did give a little bit more of an update on it. Nothing that I think is gonna, well, give you good vibes. So he kind of followed up by saying, I realized my comment earlier wasn't clear exactly what I meant. The source for Light Essence will start sourcing the essence for the next idol. So for this instance, raids and weekly deals will have the same new essence in them. Light Essence you own, however, will remain Light Essence. There are no plans for additional sources of Light Essence after the end of the saga. If you don't have enough of the 7-star, you can trade some of the 6-star or trade in 7-star shards. This trade will become available at a later date. The saga ends in March, April, May. So the new one starts in June, so in 2 months' time. It's still very much unclear if there's going to be any additional Light Essence to farm. But it's like, it does feel like, yeah, like it's rough. Like you would have to have done a lot of some of the most competitive. Some of the most competitive being like you'd have to be high ranked in Battlegrounds when you finished, and you'd have to also do like featured arena, and be like top there as well. I don't know if we're gonna have sufficient amount to be farmed like from Alliance raids. If we're looking at, we've got 2 months, two more cycles. If you have 6 at the moment, you'll be up to 8, plus the 2 Battleground season. This one it's just gone. Battleground season next one, and I don't think you'll have enough time. So that again would put you on about 10. So you may be like 2 out in Light Essence. Not great. I understand why, from Kabam's perspective, they're doing it, but I think they're giving us that false opportunity with Isotheme was just a bit kind of nah. Also, another update, while I'm not going to promise that there will never be an event or objective that requires idols, there definitely won't be something exclusive that requires them, as in something Deathless Thanos that you can't get anywhere else. My hope is that they just don't do it at full stop, unless they're doing something like, a Saga based thing, but instead of using Lumatrix, you could also use this champion as an alternative, and it still work. Like, that's my hope with it. Anyway, I thought I'd do a little kind of coverage on that because it's important for those that might be farming Light Essence, and like myself, who are just like, nah, I'm done. Sorry, bye. Next one. See ya. Quickly on to new season of Battlegrounds, which starts on April 20th. Well, the pre-season starts April 23rd, but the season goes live on Wednesday the 30th of April. I'll be looking to make the usual guide spreadsheet on options. You could be looking for champions to put into your deck, but of course that is very much down to you, and focuses on victory track and a little bit of gladiator circuit, but everyone has their own kind of like idea of what team is the most ideal team, or ideal champions to have in their deck. So the event reward structure has been simplified, rebalanced. So Radiance can be used to purchase items in the newly created Radiance store. We know that, so that's going to be dropping, I assume, within the week. And that's going to be fun. I've got a video about the one yesterday about that one. Also, you're probably wondering why the MCN is out a lot earlier. Well, there's a sponsored video that I've put out in between the coverage of spring cleaning and, of course, the MCN, which is out a lot earlier than it normally is. Please go and support that video. I had a real blast playing Arcane Rush, which is the game that I'm sponsored by. So if you can, just go and just check out the game, download the game, check it out for yourself. I thought it was a fun card battler, but check it out for yourself. The video's out later on anyway. The Gladiator Circuit tier, rank restructuring. Yeah, okay. All of this, in theory, looks good. Everything on paper looks good. But it is just the impact, which only if you get involved with it, you'll test. And the amount of, it looks like, amount of players, I think. Is it the amount of players that are within these type of areas have been expanded. So like you can see here, I think it is, like there's now Anuru 456 as opposed to what it was before. And is it the points minimum to get there has changed. We'll have to see what this does. Like I'm interested. I want to hear a proposition, and hopefully it does work. The objectives, yes, there are 3 new objectives, so that's 30k of Radiance, and Radiance is going to be important. We did a video, as I said yesterday. There's a spreadsheet as well on that, so that's good as well. Alliance event updates as well. Farming points, I do think these should be a lot higher, but then again, that's a personal kind of like want right there to it, just to make it a bit better for alliances to go farm. And of course, the emphasis more is go and farm the points within Gladiator Circuit. Kabam want a lot more people in the Gladiator Circuit, sadly, and you know that is what it is if you've got the time for it. It's got to be more to figure out with that. It really has. But new metas have also been revealed. And yeah, okay, we'll be doing videos on them. I'm not going to read them off because there's other topics that I want to cover in the MCN today. And we're only on topic 2 of several. And there's a lot more pressing things. So I'll be probably doing a video and spreadsheet breakdown of this at some point. But the usual things are in there. Usual suspects of Dark Plumes, Light Essence, all the things you may or may not, especially for free to play, want to farm out. You may have missed some Dark Plumes and like, why do I need to? And effectively that's it. I missed getting Victory Track for personal reasons, but I now cannot get a 7-star what's it called, Phoenix. So what's the point? You know, what's the point? Losing that 10, I don't think Kabam should have put 10 in there. I think they should have just put like 5 or something and add it in a greater amount elsewhere. But can't help these things. It is what it is. Moving on. So, very exciting. We have today dropping the Red and Dead discount shed, aka Spring Cleaning 2025. It's called New Things because Kabam do new things, and that's really it. Otherwise, I would have called it Spring Cleaning. Anyway, Spring Cleaning 2025 drops later today at 11 AM PST time, which is obviously an hour later than normal, but that's because certain countries are on daylight savings time hours, I think. Anyway. That is exciting. Kabam have also put out for players there'll be the same day, so April 25th, a free acquisition of some rare champions. That's noise. We don't like noise. You can get 7 free champions, 3 character selectors, plus 3 character selectors, 4 Thunderbolt champions, and yeah, so that's fun. You'll see them right there. That's nice. Get a free thing. It's a nicer to receive a free thing. They could have put like Sentry in there, but I know that's a bit difficult because I don't think Kabam can call him Sentry. Either way, I think a lot of us are definitely excited today for the Red and Dead discount shed. So make sure you're farming your pool shields. So it's been nearly a week, and I thought it's probably best to get a bit of an update on the Tier 3 Alpha situation from Super Daily Event. Super Daily Event did have this kind of tease where it was like, oh, for some it said Tier 3 Alpha, but it actually gave out, it gave a small volume of Tier 3 Alpha, but it was meant to be Tier 4 Alpha. There was a bit of a bug with that one. Anyway, players have noted in that particular last week, where's the Tier 3 Alpha at? It's nice. We like to get into the thing, buy the thing, and it's something we like. But of course, lots of questions, lots of sentiment taken to the game team about this on what they're going to do. And there is a happy resolve to all of this. Yes, I kid you not. With the following being announced this week, we've been working with the team on this one. We're going to be adding 80,000 Tier 3 Alpha to match the Tier 6 Basic to the first selector. Now, I don't know where that is, if that's Paragon or and Valiant, but at least that gives players, if like able to choose it, options on what they want and how they rank up certain things. Because leaving that Tier 3 Alpha out, as much as it's progressive to your roster, is detrimental if you want to need Tier 3 Alpha, because like one day you might be like, well, I don't want to do this content, but I'd rather just grab something from Super Daily and then do something else. Like, you've got that freedom to choose, and that's the something that Super Daily is all about. And to kind of go back on that seemed a bit kind of, well, a bit crappy, but glad that they're going to be sorting this out. If you were looking for an update, we got a positive one. Okay, now on to Mastery Point within the Radiance store. As you know, with the new store, it is going to be the creme de la creme and the creme de la creme of getting some of the most spiciest things in game. In yesterday's video, we looked at the acquisition and the farming elements of it and the kind of like impact that it would have, say, on your choice and what you grab, and also like the extent of how much you would need to save. You know, are we looking at, here's an example, 10 months, so you might have to save up to get 125,000, but 12,500 if you're an Uru 6 over 10 months. Now, that's not going to be the case because you could probably grab something at a later date with AQ, AW Radiance farming. But the biggest thing that you might want to collect is indeed this, this Mastery Point. It means a lot to players. It could mean something in the future. There are Mastery Points, or one Mastery Point in the leveling up. Some of the level up currently in game. So at least there is something to shoot for, and also something that may be a little bit lower cost in comparison with others. But the question always is, like, what is the thing around that particular one Mastery Point? Is it something you can repeatedly get? Well, according to Kabam Crashed, he can confirm that it is one Mastery Point for sale. That's it. One. Just it's one complete one. Like no do-overs. Like it's one singular one. It's kind of treated as a limited run only type thing to get. Because a lot of them have different things. Like some are reset every 35 days, some reset every 7 days, one's a limited purchase and never resets. And limited purchase being trophy tokens, if you so do that. So that gives you a bit of a heads up on that. We're going to end on this, and rather than me saying like I think it's this and I think it's that, which I'm probably going to do in any case, I will throw it over to you in the comments section. Do you think we are going to get Magik come into game as a 6-star champion? Well, if that's the case, and we might find out, that could be something on the 2nd of May MCOC livestream that we might get an example. I don't know if I see her getting a buff, but maybe that could be an option. Right, so let's talk about this. At the end of the Battlegrounds or Radiance store dev diary, Kabam Crashed ended off by saying, "Do you believe in Magik?" Spelled that way. I know I do, and like many of you, I'll be spending a lot of time, more time in Battlegrounds in the coming seasons. Of course, that opened up the doors to speculation. Are Kabam putting out a 6-star version of Magik? Are Kabam doing something with Magik? Are they having a 7-star version of Magik? And of course, all these questions can unfold right before your very eyes. I don't know. I'd like to be confident and say Kabam are doing something, but I just don't know. I think it's just a funny like play on words by Kabam Crashed, although I do think that it is possible. If you look at other champions, they could come and have she could have a buff, a rework, a change in some kind of degree. But you look at the 6-star version and go, would a 6-star version of Magik really cause a great amount of issue? We've got really annoying defenders in game, Enchantress, Serpent, Destroyer. Yeah, okay, they're counters for those. Oh yeah, absolutely. But then again, you kind of look at, well, if you put Magik in there as a 6-star even, ascend it, what kind of level of problem could that cause, if any? So I feel that if we are to learn something like a Magik rework buff, or even entry as a 6-star, that'll be something we'll learn on the live stream on the 2nd of May when it drops. But throw over to you. Do you think this is Magik to come in the future, or do you think this just was like, yeah, Kabam just doing stuff with play on words? Your thoughts as always in the comments. I'll be seeing you later on for the spring cleaning coverage. Please make sure to support that Arcane Rush video, which will be out a little bit later on today, as yeah, I enjoyed the game, so hey, it's fun. Go check it out when the video drops. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.